Yes, Prabhu. Yeah. ओम अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूप कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकं। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरो श्रीयुतापदकमलं श्रीगुरून् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगण रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधा कृष्णपादान् सहगणललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च। हे कृष्ण करुणा सिंधो दीनबंधो जगतपते गोपेश गोपिका कांत राधा कांत नमोस्तुते। तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये। वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्येव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। नमो ओं विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिनिति नामिने। नमस्ते सारस्वती देवी गौरवाणी प्रचारणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारणे। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा। Thank you so much, Prabhu, for giving me the
Oh, thank
opportunity.
you. Thank you so much, Prabhu.
Thank you for the reading section also.
Sorry for being a little bit late. I was trying to be early.
Thank you, Prabhu. I hope if you can be like this early every time, it'll be very nice for Indian devotees because, like, we have to sleep a little early also.
Yes,
Yeah,
Prabhu. But usually they don't come early, so we need to do something.
yeah, yeah, but still, but because if you make it early, then yeah, devotees. I mean, whoever is like serious, they will follow. Otherwise, I don't know, but whoever is serious, will come early, so that is nice.
Yes, Prabhu. I'll quickly tag.
So, yes, so Vivek Prabhu, you have reached home or you're in the temple right now? Yeah, I think
Oh,
Vivek Prabhu is not here. He's at home, is it? Okay.
yes, Prabhu.
Oh, Hare Krishna, Jad Prabhu, Luvesh Prabhu, Pranjal Prabhu, Dhanar Pranam, Jai Prabhupada,
Krishna Karti Prabhu, please accept my
Krishna Kaki
obeisance. All
Prabhu,
glory to Shri Prabhupada.
Dhanar
Pranam Jai
Pranam, Krishna
Prabhupada.
Prabhupada, Jai Prabhupada.
Oh, Lepohang Prabhu is also missing.
Yes, Lepohan Prabhu, where has he gone?
I think he has gone to London to see the Queen.
Usually, what will be the time for him? I mean, like at South Africa, according to the reading time, is
Same,
it like too late for him
same
or the
time,
same?
same time, Prabhu, same time. Like 4:15 also in the evening, very early.
Yeah, that's quite early only. And for you and Sani Prabhu, it's the same time also, right?
Sami Prabhu, I think, is 1 hour ahead of me. So
Oh,
if
okay.
it's
Five.
4:10 here, it should be 5:10 in Finland, right?
Yeah, here is 5:10.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, here it's 8:40 actually. Yeah.
In India, it's still early, that means.
Yeah, in India it's late, 8:40 p.m.
Uh,
So yeah.
How many hoods the Ananta Sesha has? Who knows?
Innumerable, Prabhu.
Say number.
uh, that's okay, 100 billion. Um, but in the painting, obviously something countable because how
Yes,
much as we can say.
correct count.
Ananta literally means innumerable, no?
Maybe they did 108.
Oh, yeah, maybe, yes.
So what is the color of Ananta Sesha?
Ah, bluish black. I
Yes.
don't know.
Prabhu, do you even realize that now I cannot sleep if I do not count the heads? Thank you, Sami Prabhu. I will count, I don't care. No, you go on the reading session, I will look another window, don't worry.
Yes, bro.
But this is very high definition. I tried my best to keep the cover, so it's very easier to,
Yes,
and
it's very nice.
nice to appreciate. This is actually one of my most beautiful and my most favorite painting of Lord Vishnu.
Actually, the thing is, if they want to really appreciate the beauty, they have to have a really good display on the phone or computer
Yes,
Yes,
but
because the quality is also very nice, right? I mean, it's 4K or how high is it?
this is Prabhu 4K, high as it gets.
Oh, this is 4K. Okay.
Yeah, this is the highest you're ever gonna see, ever on any PDF.
Mm. So somebody's having like 1080p, then it'll be like, not so. I mean, it'll still look really good, but they cannot appreciate the full extent of the beauty, rather. But either way, how they can how any conditioned soul can like kind of like actually feel the full extent of the beauty. That
That's
in
true
that
because
sense also there.
that's true.
Yeah, correct.
Krishna's actual form is 108K quality. It will faint.
No, no. Even if it's 140p, if Prabhupada looks at that picture, then he's directly seeing Krishna. But I am
Oh
looking
yeah,
at something else.
oh
In
yeah,
that
that's also
sense, I was
true.
saying.
Yes, Prabhu, that's the beauty.
Yeah.
is there no pictures in Isopanisad?
No, but I can add if you want, but I don't think the actual edition has
Yes,
pictures.
Prabhu.
That's why I didn't add any here.
Okay, Haribol, we can start.
So Sami Prabhu, actually, you do the entire morning program, like including the Mangalarti and Guru Puja also you do at your place, or how? Just chanting, right?
Yes, Prabhu, just chanting and some singing, but not like regular on time like temple program.
What about you, Livesh Prabhu?
No, I just chant. In the
Right,
morning
same.
when I go Mangalarti, I don't actually do Mangalarti. I just sing once and just offer one incense, and then that's it. I don't know
Or
any
is
of
it?
these rules and regulations, but yeah, I'm just now make sure my chanting is first very steady.
Yeah,
When that is, then I'll
yes,
add a little bit more also to the Mangalarti.
right. Yeah, even mine also is just chanting right now. So I just want to get the morning program like quite steady right now. And after that, I think in a few months, I should be having another room, just one bedroom. Then I can do the Mangalarti, just the prayers, and then chant. So it's like
Yes, Prabhu. Yes, Prabhu.
just the prayers. Yeah.
Yes, Prabhu. I actually think that chanting is the most difficult part of the morning program because if you are used to the chanting, then I think the Mangalarti and everything else becomes a lot easier.
Yeah, it's a fact because the main thing is if you wake up in the morning consistently for a good period of time, then you know, you can start because then it's like if you do the Guru Ashtakam one day and then next day you don't do it and then you wake up late for chanting, it's like rocky, right?
Yes, Prabhu.
So yeah, I mean that's what even I was just thinking about this actually. I wanted to do this, so I'll start in a few months when I get like a one bedroom room. Now I have like two other persons. Of course, they're decent. They don't do anything to trouble me or whatever, but in the morning if I sing loudly it'll be a problem for them. So what I'm
Yes,
thinking once I get like a one bed, then I'll do the Samsara Dava, then the Hare Krishna. I mean of course the whole morning thing till I mean the Mangalarti and then chanting.
yes,
That's
Prabhu.
what my plan is actually.
First ever reading session with HD book Haribol.
Yes, there you go. Prabhu, can I
Okay,
read
Prabhu.
if you don't mind, Sai Prabhu?
Yes, Prabhu, you can read the introduction.
Yeah, just give me just 2 minutes. I'll just find a seat with good Wi-Fi so
Yes,
I can read. Just give me two.
Wow, it looks so good in the reading session, the quality.
I think in the verse everyone can chant one time.
Yes. Yeah, I think it's good now if you ask people to chant the verse as well because I've also now given the Sanskrit pronunciation guide in every PDF.
Hmm. Okay, Prabhu, I can read, right?
Yes, Prabhu, please continue.
Yes, okay. Introduction, teachings of the Vedas. delivered as a lecture by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, on October 6, 1969, at Conway Hall, London, England.
Oh,
Ladies and gentlemen, today's subject matter is the teachings of the Vedas. What are the Vedas? The Sanskrit verbal root of Veda can be interpreted variously, but the purport is finally one. Veda means knowledge. Any knowledge you accept is Veda, for the teachings of the Vedas are the original knowledge. In the conditioned state, our knowledge is subject to many deficiencies. The difference between a conditioned soul and a liberated soul is that the conditioned soul has four kinds of defects. The first defect is that he must commit mistakes. For example, in your country, in our country, Mahatma Gandhi was considered to be a very great personality, but he committed many mistakes. Even at the last stage of his life, his assistant warned Mahatma Gandhi, don't go to the New Delhi meeting. I have some friends and I've heard that there is danger. But he did not hear. He persisted in going and was killed. Even great personalities like Mahatma Gandhi, President Kennedy, there are so many of them, make mistakes. To err is human. This is one defect of the conditioned soul. Another defect is to be illusion. Illusion means to accept something that which is not. Maya. Maya means what is not. Everyone is accepting the body as itself. If I ask you what you are, you will say, I am Mr. John, I am a rich man, I am this, I am that. All these are bodily identifications, but you are not this body. This is illusion. The third effect is the cheating propensity. Everyone has a propensity to cheat others. Although a person is fool number one, he poses himself as very intelligent. Although it is already pointed out that he is an illusion and makes mistakes, he will theorize. I think this is this. But he does not even know his own position. He writes books of philosophy, although he is defective. That is his disease. That is cheating. Lastly, our senses are imperfect. We are very proud of our eyes. Often, someone will challenge, can you show me God? But do you have the eyes to see God? You will never see if you haven't the eyes. If immediately the room becomes dark, you cannot even see your own hands. So, what power do you have to see? We cannot therefore expect knowledge, Veda, with these imperfect senses. With all these deficiencies in conditioned life, we cannot give perfect knowledge to anyone, nor are we ourselves perfect. Therefore, we accept the Vedas as they are. You may call the Vedas Hindu, but Hindu is a foreign name. We are not Hindus. Our real identification is Varnashrama. Varnashrama denotes the followers of the Vedas, those who accept the human society in 8 divisions of Varna and Ashrama. There are 4 divisions of society and 4 divisions of spiritual life. This is called Varnashrama. It is stated in the Bhagavad Gita 4.13. These divisions are everywhere because they are created by God. The divisions of society are Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya, and Shudra. Brahmana refers to the very intelligent class of men, those who know what is Brahman. Similarly, the Kshatriyas, the administrative group, are the next intelligent class of men. Then the Vaishyas, the mercantile group. These natural classifications are found everywhere. This is a Vedic principle and we accept it. The Vedic principles are accepted as axiomatic truth, for there cannot be any mistake. That is acceptance. For instance, in India, cow dung is accepted as pure, and yet cow dung is the stool of an animal. In one place, you'll find the Vedic injunction that if you touch stool, you have to take bath immediately. But in another place, it is said that the stool of a cow is pure. If we smear cow dung, you can scroll down, Prabhu. In an impure place, that place becomes pure. With our ordinary sense, we can argue this is contradictory. Actually, it is contradictory from the ordinary point of view, but it is not false. It is fact. In Calcutta, a very prominent scientist and doctor analyzed cow dung and found that it contains all antiseptic properties. In India, if one person tells another, you must do this, the other party may say, what do you mean? This is a Vedic injunction, that I have to follow. Sorry. This is a Vedic injunction that I have to follow you without any argument. Vedic injunctions cannot be interpreted, but ultimately, if you carefully study why these injunctions are there, you will find that they are all correct. The Vedas are not compilations of human knowledge. Vedic knowledge comes from the spiritual world, from Lord Krishna. Another name for the Vedas is Shruti. Shruti refers to that knowledge which is acquired by hearing. It is not experimental knowledge. Shruti is considered to be like a mother. We take so much knowledge from our mother. For example, if you want to know who your father is, who can answer you? Your mother. If the mother says, "Here is your father," you have to accept it. It is not possible to experiment to find out whether he is your father. Similarly, if you want to know something beyond your experience, beyond your experimental knowledge, beyond the activities of the senses, then you have to accept the Vedas. There is no question of experimenting. It is already been experimented. It is already settled. The version of the mother, for instance, has to be accepted as truth. There is no other way. The Vedas are considered to be the mother, and Brahma is called the grandfather, the forefather, because he was the first to be instructed in the Vedic knowledge. In the beginning, the first living creature was Brahma.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Nityan Prabhu, I believe you are unmuted. Okay, thank you, Prabhu. In the beginning, the first living creature was Brahma. He received his Vedic knowledge and imparted it to Narada and other disciples and sons, and they also distributed it to their disciples. In this way, the Vedic knowledge comes down by disciplic succession. It is also confirmed in the Bhagavad Gita that Vedic knowledge is understood in this way. If you make some experimental endeavor, you come to the same conclusion. But just to save time, you should accept. If you want to know who your father is, and if you accept your mother as the authority, then whatever she says can be accepted without argument. There are three kinds of evidence: pratyaksha, anumana, and shabda. Pratyaksha means direct evidence. Direct evidence is not very good because our senses are not perfect. We are seeing the sun daily, and it appears to us just like a small disk, but it is far, far larger than many planets. Of what value is this seen? Therefore, we have to read books. Then we can understand about this. So direct experience is not perfect. Then there is anumana, inductive knowledge. It may be like this, hypothesis. For instance, Darwin's theory says that it may be like this, it may be like that. But that is not science. That is a suggestion, and it is also not perfect. But if you receive the knowledge from the authoritative sources, that is perfect. If you receive a program guide from the radio station authorities, you accept it. You don't deny it. You don't have to make an experiment because it is received from the authoritative sources. Vedic knowledge is called Shabda Pramana. Another name is Shruti. Shruti means that this knowledge has to be received simply by oral reception. The Vedas instruct that in order to understand transcendental knowledge, we have to hear from the authority. Transcendental knowledge is knowledge from beyond this universe. Universe is material knowledge, and beyond this universe is transcendental knowledge. We cannot even go to the end of this universe. So how can we go to the spiritual world? Thus, to acquire full knowledge is impossible. There is a spiritual sky. There is another nature which is beyond manifestation and non-manifestation. But how will you know that there is a sky where the planets and inhabitants are eternal? All this knowledge is there, but how will you make experiments? It is not possible. Therefore, you have to take the assistance of the Vedas. This is called Vedic knowledge. In our Krishna consciousness movement, we are accepting knowledge from the highest authority, Krishna. Krishna is accepted as the highest authority by all classes of men. I'm speaking first of the classes of transcendentalists. One class of transcendentalists is called impersonalistic, Mayavadi. They are generally known as Vedantists, led by Shankaracharya. And there is another class of transcendentalists called Vaishnavas, like Ramanujacharya, Madhvacharya, Vishnu Swami. Both the Shankara Sampradaya and the Vaishnava Sampradaya have accepted Krishna as the supreme personality of Godhead. Shankaracharya is supposed to be an impersonalist who preached impersonalism, impersonal Brahman. But it is a fact that he is a covered personalist. In his commentary on the Bhagavad Gita, he wrote, Narayana, the supreme personality of Godhead, is beyond this cosmic manifestation. And then again he confirmed that supreme personality of Godhead, Narayana, is Krishna. He has come as the son of Devaki and Vasudeva. He particularly mentioned the names of his father and mother. So Krishna is accepted as the supreme personality of Godhead by all transcendentalists. So we can scroll down. There is no doubt about it. Our source of knowledge in Krishna consciousness is the Bhagavad Gita, which comes directly from Krishna. We have published the Bhagavad Gita as it is because we accept Krishna as he is speaking without any interpretation. That is Vedic knowledge. Since the Vedic knowledge is pure, we accept it. Whatever Krishna says, we accept. This is Krishna consciousness. That saves much time. If you accept the right authority or source of knowledge, then you save much time. For example, there are two systems of knowledge in the material, inductive and deductive. From deductive, you accept that man is mortal. Your father says man is mortal, your sister says man is mortal, everyone says man is mortal, but you do not experiment. You accept it as a fact that man is mortal. If you want to research to find out whether man is mortal, you have to study each and every man. And you may come to think that there may be some man who is not dying, but you just haven't seen him yet. So in this way, your research will never be finished. In Sanskrit, this process is called aroha, the ascending process. If you want to attain knowledge by any personal endeavor, by exercising your imperfect senses, you will never come to the right conclusion. That is not possible. There is a statement in the Brahma Samhita, just ride on the airplane which runs at the speed of the mind. Our material airplanes can run 2000 miles per hour, but what is the speed of the mind? You're sitting at home, you immediately think of India, okay, 10,000 miles away, and at once it is in your home. Your mind has gone there. The mind's speed is so swift. Therefore, it is stated, if you travel at this speed for millions of years, you find the spiritual sky is unlimited. It is not possible even to approach it. Therefore, the Vedic injunction is that one must approach. The word compulsory is used, a bona fide spiritual master, a guru. And what is the qualification of a spiritual master? He is one who has rightly heard the Vedic message from the right source. And he must practically be firmly established in Brahman. These are the two qualities he must have. Otherwise, he is not bona fide. The Krishna consciousness movement is completely authorized from Vedic principles. In the Bhagavad Gita, the actual Krishna says the actual aim of Vedic research is to find out Krishna. In the Brahma Samhita, it is also stated Krishna Govinda has innumerable forms, but they're all one. They're not like our forms, which are fallible. His form is infallible. My form has a beginning, but his form has no beginning. It is Anand, and his form, so many multiforms, has no end. My form is sitting here and not in my apartment. You're sitting here and not in your apartment. But Krishna can be everywhere at one time. He can sit down in Goloka Vrindavana, and at the same time, he's everywhere, all pervading. He's original, the oldest. But whenever you look at a picture of Krishna, you'll find a young boy, 15 or 20 years old. You'll never find an old man. We have seen pictures of Krishna as charioteer from the Bhagavad Gita. At that time, he was not less than 100 years old. He had great grandchildren, but he looked just like a boy. Krishna, God, never becomes old. That is the supreme power. And if you want to search out Krishna by studying the Vedic literature, then you will be baffled. It may be possible, but it is very difficult. But you can very easily learn about him from his devotee. His devotee can deliver him to you. Here he is, take him. That is the potency of Krishna's devotee. Originally, there was only one Veda. and there was no necessity of reading it. People were so intelligent and had such sharp memories that by once hearing from the lips of the spiritual master, they would understand. They would immediately grasp the whole purport. But 5,000 years ago, Vyasadeva put the Vedas in writing for the people in this age, Kali Yuga. He knew that eventually the people would be short lived, their memories would be very poor, and their intelligence would not be very sharp. Let me teach Vedic knowledge in writing. He divided the Vedas into four: Rig, Sama, Atharva, and Yajur. Then he gave the charge of these Vedas to his different disciples. He then taught of the less intelligent class of men, Sri, Shudra, and Dvija. He considered the women class and the Shudra, worker class, and the Dvija. Dvija refers to those who are born in high family but who are not properly qualified. A man who is born in the family of a Brahmana but is not qualified as Brahmana is called Dvija. For these persons, he compiled the Mahabharata, called the History of India, and the 18 Puranas. These are all part of the Vedic literature. The Puranas, the Mahabharata, the four Veda, and the Upanishads. The Upanishads are part of the Vedas. Then Vyasadeva summarized all Vedic knowledge for scholars and philosophers in what is called the Vedanta Sutra. This is the last word of the Vedas. Vyasadeva personally wrote the Vedanta Sutra under the instructions of Narada, his Guru Maharaj, spiritual master. But still, he was not satisfied. There is a long story described in Srimad Bhagavatam. Vyasadeva was not very satisfied even after compiling many Puranas and Upanishads, and even after writing the Vedanta Sutra. Then his spiritual master Narada instructed him to explain the Vedanta Sutra. Vedanta means ultimate knowledge, and the ultimate knowledge is Krishna. Krishna says that throughout all the Vedas, one has to understand him. Vedanta Krit Vedavit Eva Chaham. Krishna says, I am the compiler of the Vedanta Sutra. I am the knower of the Vedas. Therefore, the ultimate objective is Krishna. That is explained in all the Vaishnava commentaries on the Vedanta philosophy. We Gaudiya Vaishnavas have a commentary on Vedanta philosophy called Govinda Bhashya by Baladev Vidyabhushana. Similarly, Ramanujacharya has a commentary and Madhvacharya has one. The version of Shankaracharya is not the only commentary. There are many Vedanta commentaries, but because the Vaishnavas did not present the first Vedanta commentary, people are under the wrong impression that Shankaracharya is the only Vedanta commentary. Besides that, Vyasadeva himself wrote the perfect Vedanta commentary, Srimad Bhagavatam. Bhagavatam begins with the first words of the Vedanta Sutra, Janmadi Asya Yataha. Srimad Bhagavatam 1.1.1.1. And that Janmadi Asya Yataha is fully explained in Srimad Bhagavatam. The Vedanta Sutra simply hints at what is Brahman, the absolute truth. The absolute truth is that from whom everything emanates. This is a summary, but it is explained in detail in Srimad Bhagavatam. If everything is emanating from the absolute truth, then what is the nature of the absolute truth? That is explained in Srimad Bhagavatam. The absolute truth must be conscious, be self-effulgent, Swarat. We develop our consciousness and knowledge by receiving knowledge from others. But for him, it is said that he is self-effulgent. And the whole summary of Vedic knowledge is the Vedanta Sutra. And the Vedanta Sutra is explained by the writer himself in Srimad Bhagavatam. We finally request those who are actually after Vedic knowledge, try to understand the explanation of all Vedic knowledge from the Srimad Bhagavatam and the Bhagavad Gita.
Haribol. Thank you so much, Karti Prabhu.
Thank you, Karti Prabhu. Haribol.
Thank you.
When
Thank you
Karthi
so much
Prabhu was
for
reading,
giving
I
me
became
an
very
opportunity.
captivated.
Oh my God, please.
Very well. You please read more often, Prabhu. My focus will remain intact.
Yeah. Yes, Prabhu, this
Oh
will
my
be
God.
nice
Okay,
read.
sir. Oh, so much so much butter Prabhu's putting. Okay, so thank you very much
Yes.
for letting me,
Yes,
Sami
Prabhu.
Prabhu. Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Hari bol. Can I read? Can I continue?
Yes, Prabhu.
I'll
What is
read
the
it.
tune for the first one? I think everyone can chant it once who wants to participate in chanting.
Yes, Prabhu.
So you can tell the tune, or what tune you know.
So for Sri Isopanisad, it's a little bit different, particularly with this first verse now. So I'll chant it and then you will come to understand what the tune is, okay?
Yes, Prabhu.
ॐ पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते. So this is the tune for the first verse. Now a
Oh,
similar tune will follow for the other verses as well. So in case you are all stuck, I can always guide you. Okay. So
Okay, I will try, Prabhu.
yes,
yes,
Prabhu. I've only heard
Oh,
this
yes,
one.
Prabhu, tell me.
I've only do you know that temple album that they made? I know I've heard this in that one.
Oh,
You know that.
every time there was a lecture by Prabhupada on Isopanishads, it is recorded. They will chant like the half of the Isopanishad. So I think I will just copy what I remember, and Luesh Prabhu, you will give a note out of 10, Prabhu, okay?
actually, a good idea would be do it as Prabhupada has done it with his disciples, where there is a repetition per phrase, even in within the lines. So what I'll do is I'll chant whatever I chant, and then you simply repeat, okay? And then the next time you chant this verse, you try by yourself and see if the tune you get, okay?
Okay.
Okay. So I'll start, and you simply repeat what I say, okay?
Hmm.
Om Purnamadaha
Om Purnamada
Purnamidam
Purnamidam
Purnat Purnam Mudachyate
Purnat Purnamudachyate
Purnasya
Purnasya
Purnamadaya
Purnamadaya
Purnamevavashishyate.
Purnameva Vasishyate.
Now you chant by yourself the same tune.
Haribo.
Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vasishyate.
Hari Bol. Very nice, Prabhu.
Haribo.
Luesh President, thank you,
Yes,
Prabhu.
West chants like Brahmana. Haribo.
Thank you, Prabhu. Hare Krishna. Let's continue with the next.
Now this is my Luesh mantra in my mind.
Karti
Whenever I read, I will think of Luesh.
Prabhu, Vivek Prabhu,
Yes.
Anand Prabhu.
Now Devesh Prabhu has initiated Jab Prabhu. Haribo.
No, bro, no, Prabhu.
Okay, I can read
Please don't,
also.
please don't
Om
say.
Purnamada Purnat Purnam Udachyate Purnasya Purnam Adaya Purnam Eva Vasishyate.
Haribo.
Hari Bol. Classic tune.
I've heard one like this. Okay, I can say it.
Yes, Prabhu. Please chant.
Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnam Eva Vasishyate.
Hari Bol. Bhaktivedanta Vedic Library.
Yeah, this is
Yes.
the album.
By who is it? I think it was Yamuna Devi Dasi, right?
Yes, Prabhu.
Mm.
Yeah,
Yes,
it's from
Prabhu.
that
That's
album.
also a very nice one.
Very nice
This is
tune,
very,
Prabhu.
yes, very, very retro.
Haribo. Who's next?
I'll do, Prabhu.
Please do.
Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnam Eva Vishishyate.
Haribo.
Go.
Nels?
Hare Krishna Nityananda Prabhu Dhanot Pranam Ardoshi Prabhupada.
Hare Krishna Prabhu, Dandavat Namaha Srila Prabhupada.
So who's next? I think Vivek Prabhu can do, or is he AFK?
Well, there is two Vivek Prabhus.
No, there's only one. Okay, I think he's AFK. We can just continue to the synonyms or translation.
Yes, Prabhu.
Om, the complete whole. Purnam, perfectly complete. Adaha, that. Purnam, perfectly complete. Edam, this phenomenal world. Purnat, from the all perfect. Purnam, complete unit. Odachyate is produced. Purnasya, of the complete whole. Purnam, completely, all. Adaya, having been taken away. Purnam, the complete balance. Eva, even. Avashishyate is remaining. Now, I want you all to actually observe how I read Prabhupada's books whenever I'm reading. I'll actually show you how I read Prabhupada's books, and I want you all to somehow try to um, um, read in the same way. So the way I actually read is, I first of all, I try to really open my mouth when I'm reading, right? I move every muscle of my mouth when I'm reading it, right? So the throat chakra opens up. That's how you are able to chant the verses also very nicely. When you really try to open your mouth and read very emphatically, right? You have to read with great enthusiasm, emphatically. Then you will really try to grasp whatever is going in, okay? So you can scroll down to the translation, Prabhu. The personality of Godhead is perfect and complete, and because he is completely perfect, all emanations from him, such as this phenomenal world, are perfectly equipped as complete wholes. Whatever is produced of the complete whole is also complete in itself. Because he is the complete whole, even though so many complete units emanate from him, he remains the complete balance. Purport. The complete whole or the supreme absolute truth is the complete personality of Godhead. Realization of impersonal Brahman or of Paramatma, the super soul, is incomplete realization of the absolute complete. The supreme personality of Godhead is Satchidananda Vigraha, Brahma Samhita 5.1. Realization of impersonal Brahman is realization of his Sat feature or his aspect of eternity, and Paramatma realization is realization of his Sat and Chit features, his aspects of eternity and knowledge. But realization of the personality of Godhead is realization of all the transcendental features, Sat, Chit, and Ananda, bliss. When one realizes the Supreme Person, he realizes these aspects of the Absolute Truths in their completeness. Vigraha means form. Thus, the complete whole is not formless. If he were formless, or if he were less than his creation in any other way, he could not be complete. The complete whole must contain everything both within and beyond our experience. Otherwise, he cannot be complete. The complete whole, the personality of Godhead, has immense potencies, all of which are as complete as he is. Thus, this phenomenal world is also complete in itself. The 24 elements of which this material universe is a temporary manifestation are arranged to produce everything necessary for the maintenance and subsistence of this universe. No other unit in the universe need make an extraneous effort to try to maintain the universe. The universe functions on its own time scale, which is fixed by the energy of the complete whole. And when that schedule is completed, this temporary manifestation will be annihilated by the complete arrangement of the complete whole. All facilities are given to the small complete units, namely the living beings, to enable them to realize the complete whole. All forms of incompleteness are experienced due to incomplete knowledge of the complete whole. The human form of life is a complete manifestation of the consciousness of the living being. And it is obtained after evolving through 8,400,000 species of life in the cycle of birth and death. If in this human life of full consciousness, the living entity does not realize his completeness in relation to the complete whole, he loses the chance to realize his completeness and is again put into the evolutionary cycle by the law of material nature. Because we do not know that there is a complete arrangement in nature for our maintenance, we make efforts to utilize the resources of nature to create a so-called complete life of sense enjoyment. Because the living entity cannot enjoy the life of the senses without being dovetailed with the complete whole, the misleading life of sense enjoyment is illusion. The hand of a body is a complete unit only as long as it is attached to the complete body. When the hand is severed from the body, it may appear like a hand, but it actually has none of the potencies of a hand. Similarly, living beings are part and parcel of the complete whole. And if they are severed from the complete whole, the illusory representation of completeness cannot fully satisfy them. So the completeness of human life can be realized only when one engages in the service of the complete whole. All services in this world, whether social, political, communal, international, or even interplanetary, will remain incomplete until they are dovetailed with the complete whole. When everything is dovetailed with the complete whole, the attached parts and parcels also become complete in themselves. Haribol. So this is how one should read, with great enthusiasm and joy, and with appropriate pauses, even in between sentences, so that you process the information. Not that I'm reading like a parrot, dwelling. You have to read with great focus. This is the key to absorbing Prabhupada's books. The key is to absorb Prabhupada's books. So who would like to continue?
Haribo. Thank you, Prabhu.
Yes, Prabhu, Haribol. Try
Okay.
to apply.
Let's read one more at least, maybe two. So who wants to chant first?
I can chant, Prabhu, and then you
Yes.
can follow. Ishavasyaam idam sarvam yat kincha jagatyam jagat tena tyaktena bhunjitha magridahaskasya sviddhanam. Next. Who would like to chant?
I will try to follow in Yogesh Prabhu's step. You chastise if I do mistake.
No, Prabhu, you can just continue.
Ishavasyam idam sarvam yatkincha jagatyam jagat tena tyaktena bunjita magrida kasya svidhanam.
Haribol, very nice, Prabhu. One small tip, when you're chanting the words, right, try to enunciate the letters a little bit more. Like, for example, tena, right? It's tena, not tena. Tena. Try to
Oh.
enunciate just a little bit, right? So try again by really speaking each letter as it is.
Okay, Prabhu.
Try.
Ishavasyam idam sarvam yatkincha jagatyam jagat tena tyaktena bunjita magrida kasya svidhanam.
And also, this is actually very nice, Prabhu. Now you've actually got it. Just one small tip. When you reach words like gridaha, you
Yes,
see
Prabhu.
gridaha. I want you to speak the aha from your lungs. Like, you
Yes,
get what
Prabhu.
I'm saying? Like, you really, just like these hatha yogis, for example, they do these breathing exercises, right? Like that, you speak this magrida. So just chant the last line, but this time you
Okay.
try from your lungs when you reach the gridaha, right?
Yes,
Try.
Prabhu. Now I'm laughing. Okay. Magrida or tena tyaktena bunjita magridaha kasya svidhanam.
Haribol, now you got it. This is how we chant.
Oh, I go.
Hare
Who would like
Krishna,
to try
Jai
next?
Prabhu. Vandar Pranam, Jai Shri Prabhupada.
Hare Krishna, Zero Prabhu, Dhanvat Pranam, Adosha
Hare Krishna Prabhu, Dhanavad Pranam, Jai
Prabhu.
Shri Prabhupada. Who would like to continue reading this next? Try to chant.
I'll try, Prabhu.
I will
Please try.
but anytime.
It's fine if you want, you can go ahead, Prabhu.
No, it's fine. You go ahead first, then you can.
Okay, bro. इदं सर्वं यत्किञ्च जगत्यं जगत् तेन त्यक्तेन भुजिन्ता मा गृधः कस्य स्विद्धनम्.
Okay, Prabhu, take your time. Don't rush through the chanting. Don't
Yes, Prabhu.
rush. Don't speak like parrot. Try to really absorb each of these letters and chant accordingly. Try again.
ईश्वस् ईश्वस्यम् इदं सर्वं यत्किञ्च जगत्यं जगत् तेन त्यक्तेन भुञ्जिता मा गृधः कस्य स्विद्धनम्.
Hari bol. This is how we say. Who
Go.
would like to chant next?
I can chant my different tune, you know. I mean, if it's okay, I can go
No
ahead.
problem, but I want you to try to still really enunciate each of these letters and don't rush through it. Try to take your time with each word as you
Yeah,
chant. Try.
yes, bro. Ishavasam idam sarvam. Tasya suddhanam. So we didn't tune, but yeah, I mean, this is the one that I was used to.
That sounded okay. That actually sounded all right. Sami Prabhu, would you like to try?
Thank you so
Yes.
much.
Please try.
ईशावास्यम् इदं सर्वं यत्किञ्च जगत्यं जगत् तेन त्यक्तेन भुञ्जिता मा कृदा कस्य स्विद्धनम्.
Try that last line again, Prabhu, with the grida aha. Really from the
Ma
lungs, right?
kridaha is like that. Ma kridaha kashya sviddanam.
Yes. Now you see what, because see, in Sanskrit is so sophisticated that even one small change can change the entire meaning, right?
Yes, Prabhu.
So you have to be very careful what you're chanting. Maybe grida means something different, grida means something different,
Oh, yes, that's true, Prabhu.
So
Thank
all
you.
right. Who would like to continue reading from here?
Can I do the word forward just for the pleasure of seeing Gridaha nicely once?
Yes, Prabhu, please do.
Okay, synonym. Isha by the Lord. Avasyam controlled. Idam this. Sarvam all. Yat kincha whatever. Jagatyam within the universe. Jagat all that is animate or inanimate. Tena by him. Tyaktena set apart kota. Vunjitaha you should accept. Ma do not. Gridaha endeavor to gain. Kashya sweet of anyone else. Dhanam the wealth. Translation. Everything animate or inanimate that is within the universe is controlled and owned by the Lord. One should therefore accept only those things necessary for himself, which are set aside as his quota, and one should not accept other things, knowing well to whom they belong, purported by his divine grace. Vedic knowledge is infallible because it comes down through the perfect disciplic succession of spiritual masters, beginning with the Lord himself. Since he spoke the first word of Vedic wisdom, the source of this knowledge is transcendental. The words spoken by the Lord are called Apurusheya, which indicate that they are not delivered by any mundane person. A living being who lives in the mundane world has four defects. Number one, he is certain to commit mistakes. Two, he is subject to illusion. Three, he has a propensity to cheat others. And four, his senses are imperfect. No one with these four imperfections can deliver perfect knowledge. The Vedas are not produced by such an imperfect creature. Vedic knowledge was originally imparted by the Lord into the heart of Brahma, the first created living being, and Brahma in his turn disseminated this knowledge to his sons and disciples who have handed it down through history. Since the Lord is Purnam, all perfect, there is no possibility of his being subjected to the laws of material nature, which he controls. However, Both the living entities and inanimate objects are controlled by the laws of nature and ultimately by the Lord's potency. This Isopanishad is part of the Yajurveda, and consequently it contains information concerning the proprietorship of all things existing within the universe. The Lord's proprietorship over everything within the universe is confirmed in the 7th chapter of the Bhagavad Gita, 7.4 and 5, where para and apara prakriti are discussed. The elements of nature, earth, water, fire, air, ether, mind, intelligence, and ego, all belong to the Lord's inferior material energy, apara prakriti, whereas the living being, the organic energy, is his superior energy, para prakriti. Both of the prakritis or energies are emanations from the Lord, and ultimately he is the controller of everything that exists. There is nothing in the universe that does not belong to either the para or the apara prakriti. Therefore, everything is a property of the Supreme Being. Because the Supreme Being, the Absolute Personality of Godhead, is a complete person, he has complete and perfect intelligence to adjust everything by means of his different potencies. The Supreme Being is often compared to a fire, and everything organic and inorganic is compared to the heat and light of that fire. Just as fire distributes energy in the form of heat and light, the Lord displays his energy in different ways. He thus remains the ultimate controller, sustainer, and dictator of everything. He is the possessor of all potencies, the knower of everything, and the benefactor of everyone. He is full of unconceivable opulence, power, fame, beauty, knowledge, and renunciation. One should therefore be intelligent enough to know what to expect from the Lord. No one is a proprietor of anything. That except for the Lord, no one is proprietor of anything. One should accept only those things that are set aside by the Lord as his quota. The cow, for instance, gives milk, but she does not drink that milk. She eats grass and straw, and her milk is designated as food for human beings. Such is the arrangement of the Lord. Thus, we should be satisfied with those things he has kindly set aside for us, and we should always consider to whom those things we possess actually belong. So this is defeat for devotees who are vegans. Take, for example, our dwelling, which is made of earth, wood, stone, iron, cement, and so many other material things. If we think in terms of Sri Isopanishad, we must know that we cannot produce any of these building materials ourselves. We can simply bring them together and transform them into different shapes by our labor. A laborer cannot claim to be a proprietor of the thing just because he has worked hard to manufacture it. In modern, society, there is always a great quarrel between the laborers and the capitalists. This quarrel has taken an international shape, and the world is in danger. Men face one another in enmity and snarl just like cats and dogs. Sri Isopanishad cannot give advice to the cats and dogs, but it can deliver the message of Godhead to man through the bona fide acharyas, holy teachers.
Prabhu,
Yes, Prabhu.
read more emphatically, huh? More emphatically.
Prabhu, I'm trying. Prabhu, you chastise anytime. The human race should take the Vedic wisdom of Sri Isopanishad and not quarrel over material possessions. One must be satisfied with whatever privileges are given to him by the mercy of the Lord. There can be no peace if the communist or capitalist or any other party claims proprietorship over the resources of nature, which are entirely the property of the Lord. The capitalist cannot curb the communist simply by political maneuvering, nor can the communist defeat the capitalist simply by fighting for stolen bread. If they do not recognize the proprietorship of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, all the property they claim to be their own is stolen. Consequently, they will be liable to punishment by the law of nature. Nuclear bombs are in the hands of both communists and capitalists, and if both do not recognize the propriety of the Supreme Lord, It is certain that these bombs will ultimately ruin both parties. Thus, in order to save themselves and bring peace to the world, both parties must follow the instructions of three Isopanishad. I will.
Can I read, or other devotees who
Yes,
haven't read
Prabhu.
want to try?
Yes, Prabhu. Please continue.
Yeah. Okay. Also, please give me suggestions, Luis, Prabhu. I'm also trying to read like a little more better. So if you find hope for improvement, please do let me know. And also, yeah, before that, can we just read the thing again, the bomb one? I always like the bomb thing, so you know,
Prabhu heard the bomb word.
just go up a little bit,
Very
go up little bit. Yeah, yeah,
Well,
yeah.
and
Nuclear
by the
bombs
way,
are in the hands of both the yes, so
I was just saying to
yes,
Luesh
so
Prabhu, when I said chastise anytime, it means please do anytime so I can be better, Prabhu. Thank you. I very appreciate it.
Yes, Prabhu. And Kazi Prabhu also, you try to take your time with the words. Let the words get absorbed.
mm,
Yeah.
Yes,
No
Prabhu.
rush.
yes, so yes, so
And more emphatically. Yes, more
yeah. I
emphatically.
mean, I
Just
yes,
imagine
so
that
I'll try.
just imagine that you're on a drama stage and you're speaking something,
Okay.
you're orating, speak like that.
Mm,
Oh, Manu
okay.
Prabhu is professional at this.
Yes, Prabhu, I heard so many. That's where I'm
Yeah.
taking inspiration only. No,
I hope a bomb is not dropped on me, but yeah, I will read.
no, you continue.
Okay.
Don't worry.
Once I asked Nimai Prabhu also when they'll drop bomb, he said don't think about it. But anyway, so
Yeah.
okay. So nuclear bombs are in the hands of both communists and capitalists. And if both do not recognize the proprietorship of the Supreme Lord, it is certain that these bombs will ultimately win both parties. Thus, in order to scroll down, okay. Thus, in order to save themselves and bring peace to the world, both parties must follow the instruction of Sri Isopanisad. Human beings are not meant to quarrel like cats and dogs. They must be intelligent enough to realize the importance and aim of human life. The Vedic literature is meant for humanity and not for cats and dogs. Cats and dogs can kill other animals for food without incurring sin. But if a man kills an animal for the satisfaction of his uncontrolled taste buds, he is responsible for breaking the laws of nature. Consequently, he must be punished. The standard of life for human beings cannot be applied to animals. The tiger does not eat rice and wheat or drink cow's milk. Because he has been given food in the shape of animal flesh. Among the many animals and birds, some are vegetarian and others are carnivorous, but none of them transgress the laws of nature, which have been ordained by the will of the Lord. Animals, birds, reptiles, and other lower life forms strictly adhere to the law of nature. Therefore, there is no question of sin for them, nor are the Vedic instructions meant for them. Human life alone is a life of responsibility. Actually, I just want to say one thing. Tatvit Prabhu was saying that he was discussing in Srimad Bhagavatam class, and he was saying that some people, right, they were criticizing one zoo owner because he was feeding like meat to the lions and tigers and all.
Hmm.
So then he got a YouTube video, he got a camera, everything ready, and he got like many different fruits, vegetables, all like exotic ones, like very nice. So he was like lion, tiger. He took the fruits and kind of tried to feed the lion, and like take the fruit and put it in their mouth, like that level. And we were in face, like
Yes,
I
Prabhu.
feel like what.
What happened?
So I just said that was quite funny. So,
If we tried laddu, that would have
you
worked.
were saying something before?
Gulab jamun.
If they tried Pandit Prabhu's Prashadam recipes, then yeah. Or if it's then oh my God, all animals will be at your doorstep on your Prabhu.
So where were we?
How come it's loading? It's not showing. Yeah, I mean, yours loading, so I cannot see. Yeah, okay, fine. life of responsibility. Yeah, like that. It is wrong, however, to think that simply by becoming a vegetarian, one can avoid transgressing the laws of nature. Vegetables also have life, and while it is the nature, we can scroll through. One living being is meant to feed on another. So you can scroll down. For human beings, the point is to recognize the Supreme Lord. Thus, one should not be proud of being a strict vegetarian. Animals do not have developed consciousness by the Lord, but a human being is sufficiently intelligent to take lessons from the Vedic literature and thereby how the laws of nature are working and their profit out of such knowledge. If a man neglects the instructions of Vedic literature, his life becomes risky. A human being is therefore required to recognize the authority of the Supreme Lord and become his devotee. He must offer everything for the Lord's service and partake only of the remnants of food offered to the Lord. This will enable him to discharge his duty properly. In the Bhagavad Gita 9.26, the Lord directly states that he accepts vegetarian food from the hands of a pure devotee. Therefore, a human being should not only become a strict vegetarian, but should become a devotee of the Lord, offer the Lord all his food. Where was that? Hmm. Yeah, offer the Lord all his food and then partake of such prasadam or the mercy of the Lord. Only those who act in this way can properly discharge the duties of human life. Those who do not offer their food to the Lord nothing but sin and subject themselves to various types of distress, which are the results of sin. Bhagavad Gita 3.13. Hare Krishna, Amit Prabhu, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. And for
Hare
joining
Krishna.
for a long time seeing you.
Dandavat Pranam, Jai Shri Prabhupada. Hare Krishna Neil Prabhu. Dandavat Pranam, Jai Shri Prabhupada. 10 members. Haribol.
Yeah. Hare
Hare Krishna, Guru, please accept my obeisance. All good, Shishla
Prabhu,
Prabhu.
just give me 1 minute. I'll just give my attendance.
Yes, Prabhu.
Yeah, I can continue now. So sorry for the delay, but yeah, okay, where was I? You can scroll a little bit up, Prabhu. It's the first line of the last paragraph. Okay. The root of sin is deliberate disobedience to the laws of nature through disregarding the proprietorship of the Lord. Disobeying the laws of nature or the order of the Lord brings ruin to a human being. Conversely, one who is sober, who knows the laws of nature, and who is not influenced by unnecessary attachment or aversion, is sure to be recognized by the Lord and thus become eligible to go back to God, back to the eternal home. In the root cause in nature of the Lord.
Prabhu, you were cutting.
So, is my voice audible now?
Yes, Prabhu, now it is, but you were like robot before.
Now is okay?
Yes, Prabhu. Now it's normal. So what did you say?
Okay. So I should read this. I mean,
Now it's robot again.
oh my God. Wait. Is it okay now?
Yes, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna.
Yes,
Haribol.
Prabhu.
Yeah, I mean, I was just asking if, yeah, Hare Krishna is okay, right?
Yeah, now it's really good.
Yeah, no, I was just asking if the last right? Hare Bol.
Haribol?
Prabhu, sometime we can hear you, sometime it does not work.
Okay, I'll just leave the meeting and join again until someone else can read because my Wi-Fi is lagging.
Yes, Prabhu.
Yes,
Okay,
Prabhu.
yes, Prabhu. Can you read the last part?
You can read Prabhu, then maybe it was confusing.
Did Karti Prabhu read this?
Prabhu actually read everything, but I think
Okay.
he wanted to comment. I think.
Yes, Prabhu. Okay, when he
Hare
read.
Krishna Prabhu. Now my voice okay.
Yes, Prabhu.
So, sometime yes,
Yeah,
sometime
no, I
not.
was just saying. Oh my God. Again. Okay, never mind. Never mind. Just message if anything required. I'll hear you out.
Yes, Prabhu. Now it's good. Oh,
Yes,
there's.
bro. I mean, the mantra one is over, right? Or
Yes, Prabhu.
yeah, okay. So the last was properly. The last paragraph.
Yes, Prabhu. Yeah, we heard it.
Okay, so you did mantra two today as well.
Let's see.
Okay.
Yes, Prabhu. But there is many persons, so let's see if everyone can chant.
Yes.
Okay, Luvesh Prabhu, your first one. I think he's AFK. Okay, Jazz Prabhu, can you start?
Okay, Prabhu. Kurva veha karmani jiji visheshatam samaha evam twai nanya tetoshti na karma lipyate nare.
Haribol. Okay, who's next?
Prabhu, I think it was complete concoction, the tone and everything.
Luvesh Prabhu approved it, Prabhu.
It's fine.
Oh,
Yeah, I
he put.
mean, there's something wrong, I'll let you know, but it was okay.
Yeah, I will go if no one else is. Okay.
Yes, Prabhu.
Kurvan evaha karmani jiveshe tatham samaha evam kai nanyate my God, nanyate nanyate to ti. Oh my God, I messed it up so much. Na karma lipyate nare. Okay, I should try again on this side. Yeah, I will jump from the building right now. Mm,
Prabhu, your comments are too.
This is too much embarrassing.
I'll try, Prabhu.
Kurvan. Yes,
Okay,
bro. Okay, you can try.
I'll try after you.
Yes, bro. I'm trying to save my face here by reading the second time, but let's see. Kurvan eva karmani jijiveshe tatam samaha evam tvai namyathetosti na karma lipyate nare. Oh my God.
Haribo.
Okay, you can try, bro.
Haribo.
You did really well, Prabhu.
RIP me.
Okay, Nityanandan Prabhu.
Yes, Prabhu. Kurvan evaha karmani jijivisekchatam samaha evam tvayi nanyate tosti na karma lipyate nare.
Haribol. Okay, I need a little more
Are
chew
you
so I can see. Kurvan neveha karmani jijivisech chatam sama evam tvai nanyate tosti na karma lipyate nare. I don't usually do this tune, so I'm confused.
Yeah, this is a good tune, and it was fine, perfectly okay.
Yeah, Haribol. Thank you, Prabhu.
Prabhu Luesh Prabhu, I have one question to pronunciation Acharya. Prabhu, sometimes when I see a H with a point at the end of a word, do we always have to say aha? Because sometimes I have the feeling that we don't say it. So is there some rule, Prabhu?
No, so just look at the letter before the H with the dot below. And for example, let's say samaha, right? It's samaha like this.
Hmm.
It continues directly from the letter before it.
Okay.
Get it?
Yes, Prabhu.
Yeah.
Okay.
Prabhu, I just have one suggestion, Sami Prabhu.
Yes.
See, right now we're reading Isopanisad, right? So, for example, I mean, there are some notes of the verse by verse, like, like summary by like Vishwambar Prabhu and some other devotees, right? From ISKM. So,
Yes.
like, for example, if we read Isopanishad 1 and 2 that in one particular day, right? Then, after reading 1 and 2, we can read the summarized notes of Vishwambar Prabhu, where he just makes the points from the translation and purport, so that way we can like remember and and also like recollect in a more better way, and then we can read the offenses and everything. I mean, this is just suggestion, so that we can
Yes,
be like
bro.
more
I need
yeah,
to
proper.
search the PDF. If you have, you can share it.
Yes, I will search, but if you also
Oh,
search
yes.
for it, and from tomorrow we can do this.
Yes, Prabhu. Yeah, this word is hard. GG Visage. It's really hard. Okay, let's read the.
Prabhu, I can decide one.
Oh, Haribol. Yes,
If
Prabhu.
कुर्वाण्येव कर्माणि जिजीवेश्च तं समः एव एवं त्वानि नान्यते तोस्ति न कर्म लिप्यते नरे. Is there any fault?
Haribol, really nice, Prabhu.
Nice, Prabhu. Haribo. Antariksh and Hare Krishna, Antariksh Prabhu, Dandavat
Hare
Pranam, all
Krishna,
worship and
Dandavat
stuff.
Pranam, Jai Srila Prabhupada.
Prabhupada.
After many years seeing you back,
Not many years, only a few months.
why you are AFK, but not away from keyboard, away from devotees? AFD. Yeah,
AFC.
AFD.
Antariksh Prabhu, can you chant this verse?
कुर्वानेव कर्माणि जीजीवेश्चाहितं समाः एवं त्वयि नान्यथेतोऽस्ति न कर्म लिप्यते नरे.
Haribol. Thank you so much, Prabhu.
Haribo, very nice. Haribo.
Just 1 minute, Prabhu.
Yes, Prabhu. Oh, Zero Prabhu, are you there?
Yes, Prabhu. I will read the synonyms. Kurvan,
there,
doing
Prabhu.
continuously. Eva, thus. Iha, during this span of life. Karmani, work. Jiji, Vishet, one should desire to live. Satam, 100. Samah, years. Evam, so living. Tyayi, unto you. Na, no. Anyatha, alternative. Ida, from this path. Asti, there is. Na, not. Karma, work. Lipyate, can be bound. Nare, onto a man.
Haribol. Thank you so much, Prabhu.
Yes.
Okay, Zero
Thank
Prabhu,
you,
can
sir.
you read the translation and purport?
Okay, pause. Translation. One may aspire to live for hundreds of years if he continuously goes on working in that way. For that sort of work will not bind him to the law of karma. There is no alternative to this way for man. No one wants to die. Everyone wants to live as long as he can drag on. This tendency is visible not only individually, but also collectively in the community, society, and nation. There is a hard struggle for life but all kinds of living entities. And the Veda says that this is the quite natural. The living being is eternal by nature, but due to his bondage in material existence, he has to change his body over and over. This process is called transmigration of the soul or karma, badhana, bondage by one's work. The living entities has to work for his
Sorry, Prabhu.
Sorry. The living entity has to work for his livelihood because that is the law of material nature. And if he does not act according to his prescribed duties, he transgresses the law of nature and binds himself more and more to the cycle of birth and death in the many species of life. Other life forms are also subject to the cycle of birth and death. But when the living entity attains a human life, he gets a chance to get free from the chains of karma. Karma, and Vigama are very clearly described in the Bhagavad Gita. Actions that are performed in terms of one's prescribed duties, as mentioned in the revealed scriptures, are called karma. Actions that free one from the cycle of birth and death are called akarma. And actions that are performed through the misuse of one's freedom and that direct one to the lower life forms are called vikarma. Or these three types of action, that which frees one from the bondage to karma is preferred by intelligent men. Ordinary men wish to perform good work in order to be recognized and achieve some higher status of life in this world or in heaven. But more advanced men want to be free altogether from the actions and reaction of work. Intelligent men well know that both good and bad work equally bind one to the material miseries. Consequently, they seek that work which will free them from the reaction of both good and bad work. Such liberating work is described here in the pages of Sri Isopanisad. The instructions of The instruction of Sri Isopanisad are more elaborately explained in the Bhagavad Gita, sometimes called the Gitopanisad, the cream of all the unpunished. In the Bhagavad Gita, verse 3 to 9,16, the personality of Godhead says that one cannot attain the state of Naisikhamya or Akama without executing the prescribed duties mentioned in the Vedic literature. This literature can regulate the waking energy of a human being in such a way that he can gradually realize the authority of the Supreme Being. When he realizes the authority of the personality of God's head, Vasudeva or Krishna, it is to be understood that he has attained the stage of positive knowledge. In these purified stages, the modes of nature, namely godness, passion, and ignorance, cannot act, and he is able to work on the basis of naisikhamya. Such work does not bind one to the cycle of birth and death. Functionally, no one has to do anything more than render devotional service to the Lord. However, in the lower stages of life, one cannot immediately adopt the activities of devotional service, nor can one completely stop fruitive work. A conditioned soul is accustomed to waiting for sense gratification for his own selfish interest, immediate or extended. An ordinary man works for his own sense enjoyment. And when this principle of sense enjoyment is extended to include his society, nation, or humanity in general, it assumes various attractive names such as altruism, socialism, communism, nationalism, and humanitarianism. These isms are certainly very attractive forms of karma, bandhana, or a karmic bondage. But the Vedic instruction of Sri Isopanisad is that if one actually wants to live for any of the above isms, he should make them God-centered. There is no harm in becoming a family man or an altruist or socialist or communist or nationalist or a humanitarian, provided that one execute his activities in relation with Isavasva, the God-centered conception. In the Bhagavad Gita 2.40, Lord Krishna states that God-centered activities are so valuable that just a few of them can save a person from the greatest danger. The greatest danger of life is the danger of grinding down again into the evolutionary cycle of birth and death. Among the 8,400,000 species, if somehow or other a man misses the spiritual opportunity offered by his human form of life and falls down again into the evolutionary cycle, he must be considered most unfortunate due to his defective senses. A foolish man cannot see that this is happening. Consequently, Sri Isopanisad advised us to accept our energy in the spirit of Isavasva. Being so engaged, we may wish to live for many, many years. Otherwise, a long life in itself has no value. A tree lives for hundreds and hundreds of years, but there is no point in living a long time like trees, or breathing like bellows, or begetting children like hawks and dogs, or eating like camels. A humble God-centered life is more valuable than a colossal hoax of a life dedicated to godless altruism or socialism. So, Prabhu, can someone continue?
Yes, Prabhu. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Prabhu.
Thank you so much, Prabhu.
Very nice read. Okay. There's a short part left. Who will want to finish?
I can prove.
Hare Krishna Manu Prabhu, Dhanar Pranam, All Vaishya Prabhupada.
Yes,
Hare Krishna Manu Prabhu, Mangala Vaisandhara Vaishnava Prabhupada.
Hare Krishna, Manu Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Manu Prabhu, Dandat Pranam, Jai Shri Prabhupada.
Is this Manu Prabhu?
Yeah, it's written ISKM Kishore.
Yes, Prabhu, but it could be someone else.
Oh, Among Us. Like we're playing that game.
Okay, Vivek Prabhu, you can read.
Yes, sir, thank you. When altruistic activities are executed in the spirit of Sri Upanishad, they became a form of karma yoga. Such activities are recommended in Bhagavad Gita, 18 chapter 8 to 9 verses. For they guarantee their executor protection from the danger of sliding down into the evolutionary process of birth and death. Even though such God-centered activities may be finished, they are still good for the executor because they will guarantee him a human form in his next birth. In this way, one can have another chance to improve his position on the path of liberation. How one can execute God-centered activities is elaborately explained in the Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu by Rushila Rupa Goswami. We have rendered this book into English as the nectar of devotion. We recommended this valuable book to all who are interested in performing their activities in the spirit of Sri Isopanisad. Vibhu.
Haribol.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Shubhyanam Kha Sahina Tamasra.
Vivek Prabhu, you attend Vishwambar Prabhu's classes, right? So, is there any notes for Isopanishad?
Prabhu, like um, Shri Shri Vishopanishad, the Prabhu didn't do still. So I
Oh,
will
is
ask
it?
and I will let you know, Prabhu.
Yeah, okay. If you can get some notes, it'll be nice. Because then
Yes,
after reading
Prabhu.
the verses, we can just refer to notes. So then we can
Okay,
just
okay, Prabhu.
revise like
I
that
will ask
once.
you, Prabhu, and I will let you know, Prabhu.
Yeah. When you came home, when you
Today, Prabhu, today.
how long you stayed in the temple?
11 days for 12, I think so.
Wow, horrible. How are the devotees?
Yeah.
How is everything, Prabhu?
Yes, Prabhu, very nice. I enjoyed very lot, and I learned very lot things.
Yes, Prabhu.
Very nice too. Very nice association. All devotees are there, so this is very nice.
Also,
Anand
Vivek
Wow.
Krishna
Prabhu,
Prabhu.
you posted very nice photos in the beginning of the month of book distribution. Very top quality. Thank you, Vivek Prabhu. Haribo.
Alivar Mercy Prabhu. Hmm.
You did book distribution this time also, Prabhu?
Yes, Prabhu, I did.
Oh, who
I
all
did.
came with you? Who all you went with?
Me and Bajari Prabhu.
Only two people.
Only two. Bajari Prabhu
Oh,
sold 12 and I sold 9, I think so.
the why worship only Krishna? That picture, huh?
That's so.
Right.
It
Very
was
nice,
very
very
nice,
nice.
Prabhu. It was very nice. I enjoyed a lot things.
Oh, even Shanti Mataji is also there in the temple?
No, Shanti Mataji, no, didn't come. Still, Mataji will come, I think.
Pavaneshwar Prabhu is there? No, right?
No, Bhubaneswar Prabhu, Mataji was telling that Bhubaneswar Prabhu will come. I don't know when Prabhu will come. Maybe,
Rasa Sundari Mataji and Tarangini are there, right?
no, yes, Prabhu.
How's Tarangini?
Tarangini, good. Tarangini, yes, Prabhu. Tarangini also good. He is also going schools, coming,
Acha,
and
okay.
doing very nice Vedanga Kirtal, singing
Yeah.
Tulsi songs. Very nice morning. I had.
Pratik also coming to temple, right? I mean, like, how is he? He
Today,
also is.
maybe today or tomorrow they will come. Pradyum Prabhu,
Oh,
Pratik, and
where they are? They are
Mataji.
not
They
in.
are in
They
still,
are.
no, no. They are
Uh,
in still their Mataji's home. Maybe they went for house, their home
oh,
in Prayagraj, near Prayagraj, their home. I don't know where. But they will come, Prabhu, after tomorrow or today they will come.
who all are cooking right now in the temple?
Cooking morning, usually on 12 days, morning cooking, um, Anand Krishna Prabhu, Subhadip Prabhu, then who else? Rasa Sundari Mataji,
Okay.
3 members cooking morning. Afternoon, Bajari Prabhu and Sri Vidya Mataji.
Mhm.
And evening again Subhadip Prabhu or Anand Krishna Prabhu, like that.
Okay.
So it
Oh,
goes
is it?
and we did
Good.
very nice Advaita Acharya appearance day
Oh,
day before yesterday. It was very nice. 40 items we did. It was very nice
wow.
too.
Very. Very happy to hear. Also, I wanted to ask one more thing. I almost forgot what. Just give me 5 seconds. I was thinking of something. What I was thinking of? How's Shamgon Prabhu doing? Who's
I'm
going to
going
altar?
to alter Shamgun. First, Shamgun. When Shamgun Prabhu is not there, Patitapam Prabhu was doing. After
Uh,
from Prayagraj, they came. After that, Shamgun Prabhu and Patitapam Prabhu used to like wake up a deity, and dressing is doing by Shamgun Prabhu. Waking up the
uh,
deities is by Patitapam Prabhu. And
but
evening,
Divya Krishna
evening,
Prabhu's evening, huh?
yeah, Gaura, he is the Krishna Prabhu will do. And
Oh.
Guru Puja, Rajamsha Prabhu and Devadatta Prabhu, and
Oh, Rajamsa Prabhu knows
Ajay
how to do
Krishna
Guru
Prabhu.
Puja now?
He's learning, I think. When I see two times he did, or two one time, or he did Guru Puja.
Ah,
And
wow, very
Devadatta
nice.
Prabhu and Ajay Krishna Prabhu. And I have learned Tulsi Puja. One time two time I did Tulsi Puja. This time,
Very good, very nice. So next time we can do Tulsi Puja.
yes, Prabhu.
Very good, very nice.
Mm, yes, Prabhu.
Wow, very happy to hear, Prabhu. Very fortunate you are to stay in the temple for a long time.
No,
I am going to
sure.
come Saturday and then I have to go
Very
on
good.
Sunday itself. Look at my position, only one day in the temple. After that, I'll come
Oh,
again. When you're
very
coming
nice,
next?
Prabhu. Maybe Gaura Purnima.
And then you're joining full time when?
Joining June, I think so. June, July.
Oh, your parents know, huh?
June. I have to tell now.
What Prabhu
Like
said to you?
they know that she will not work, and he don't have interest to work, but have to speak for them. I didn't tell that. Once I said in third year or second year that I am not interested in all these things and I will go to temple. Once I said, but after that some with conversation went, and after that now I have to again have to tell that I'm going like that. That
What Prabhu
Prabhu
told? I
told
mean, you
that,
discussed anything with Prabhu?
tell you, yes, yes, Prabhu. I will discuss that. Prabhu told, yes, you tell that I am not working anywhere. I will go to temple like that. Because if you tell a little daily, they will get that we will go. Because if last time like last time, so it is very difficult for us also. They will come temple and they will simply do anything, huh? Complaint they will. So you tell no one works only. So who told for me?
Oh, very nice, Prabhu. Also, what about Kalesh Prabhu? He's still there or he's gone to his home?
Kalesh Prabhu also came yesterday, Bangalore.
Kalesh Prabhu went to his home?
Kalesh Prabhu and Prabhu. He will come,
When
I
he's
think so.
coming?
Maybe some problem is there in family. He told for me. After that, some financial problems is there, so he has to work for some time, and he will join. I think Prabhu was telling the Kalesh Prabhu to me that I will also come after some financial problems over, and I have to take initiation for this year. Prabhu was telling like that.
Right, right. Yeah. Thank you so much for sharing, Prabhu. I haven't gone to temple in like what nearly 1 month. So, of course, this week I'm
No,
going, but that's why I was curious. So I'm asking. Thank you for letting me know. So
no,
sorry
it's
to
okay, Prabhu.
ask too
No,
many
Prabhu.
questions.
Why sorry?
Good.
Thank you so much for the association, Hare Krishna.
All right.
Okay, Prabhus, now we will chant Diksastakam prayers. Who will start?
I can start. Cheto darpanamardhanam bhavamahadagnirvapanam preya kairavachandrika utaranam vidyavadujivanam anandam buddhivardhanam pratipadam purnamritaswadanam sarvatma snapanam param vijayate Shri Krishna Sankirtanam.
नामकरी बहुधा निज सर्वशक्तिस् ततर्पिता नियमिता स्मरणेन कालः एतादृशी तव कृपा भगवन् ममापि दुर्दैवमिदृशा मे अजनिननुरागः
त्रिनादपि सुनिचेन तरोरपि सहिष्णुना अमानेन मानदेन तेन कीर्तनीय सदा हरि
न धनं न जनं न सुन्दरीं कवितां वा जगदीश कामये मम जन्मनि जन्मनीश्वरे भवतद्भक्तिरहैतुकी त्वयि
ऐनन्दतनुजकिङ्करं पतितां मां विषमं भवां बुधौ कृपया तव पादपङ्कजातितदूलिसत्यं चिन्तयामि
नयनं गलद अश्रुधाराय वन्दनं वदानं गद्गदा हृदयागिरा पुलैर्निश्चितं वपुः कदा तव नामगृहाणे भविष्यति
युगायितां निमेषेण चक्षुषा प्रविशायितां शून्ययितां जगत् सर्वं गोविन्दविरहेण मे
Okay.
Okay.
Ashrishavapadaं ratam pinashtu mam adrashnam मर्महतं करोति वा यथा तत्सर्वधातुलं ततो मत्प्राणनतस्तु सवे स एव नापरः. Glory to the Sri Krishna Sankirtan, which cleanses the heart of all the dust accumulated for years and extinguishes the fire of conditional life, of repeated birth and death. This Sankirtan movement is the prime benediction for humanity at large, because it spreads the rays of the benediction moon. It is the life of all transcendental knowledge. It increases the ocean of transcendental bliss, and it enables us to fully taste the nectar for which we are always anxious.
O my Lord, your holy name alone can render all benediction to living beings, and thus you have hundreds and millions of names, like Krishna and Govinda. In these transcendental names, you have invested all your transcendental energies. They are not even hard and fast rule for chanting these names. O my Lord, out of kindness, you enable us to easily approach you by your holy names, but I am so unfortunate that I have no attraction for them.
one should chant the holy name of the Lord in a humble state of mind, thinking oneself lower than the straw in the street. One should be more tolerant than a tree, devoid of all sense of false prestige, and should be ready to offer all respect to others. In such a state of mind, one can chant the holy name of the Lord constantly.
O Almighty Lord, I have no desire to accumulate wealth, nor do I desire beautiful women, nor do I want any number of followers. I only want your causeless devotion service, birth after.
O son of
Oh,
Maharaj Nanda. Okay, yes, Prabhu, please continue.
please continue, go on. Please continue.
Okay. O son of Maharaj Nanda, Krishna, I am your eternal servitor. Yet somehow or other I have fallen into the ocean of birth and death. Please pick me up from the ocean of death and place me as one of the.
O my Lord, will my eyes be decorated with tears of love flowing constantly when I chant your holy name? When will my voice choke up? And when will the hairs of my body stand on end at the recitation of your name?
Oh Govinda, feeling your separation, I am considering a moment to be like 12 years or more. Tears are flowing from tears are flowing from my eyes like torrents of rain, and I am feeling all vacant in the world in your absence.
I know no one but Krishna has my Lord, and he shall remain so even if he handles me roughly by his emprise or makes me broken-hearted by not being present before me. He is completely free to do anything and everything, for he is always my worshipful Lord unconditionally.
Bold Sri Siksashtakam ki jai.
Jai.
18 offenses.
Jai, Jai.
Blaspheme the devotees who have dedicated their lives for propagating the holy name of the Lord.
To consider the names of demigods like Lord Shiva or Lord Brahma to be equal to or independent of the name of Lord Vishnu.
To disobey the orders of the spiritual master.
Blaspheme the Vedic scriptures or scriptures in pursuance of the Vedic version.
To consider the case of chanting Hare Krishna to be an abomination.
To give some interpretations to the holy name of the Lord.
Since to commit sinful activities on the strength of the holy name.
To consider the chanting of Hare Krishna as one of the auspicious ritualistic activities which are offered in the Vedas as fruitive activities, karma kanda.
To instruct a faithless person about the glories of the holy name.
Do not have complete guard against these offenses in order to quickly achieve the desired success. Krishna Prema.
Krishna Prema.
Ribo.
Haribo.
Pancha Kalpatarubhyascha.
Panchakalpasya Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha.
Thank you so much,
Gaudiya Vaishnava ki jai. Shri Prabhupada ki jai.
Jai. Jai.
Haribo.
Jai, Jai, Jai. Haribo.